Dan the Natural Man Show! Hello everybody! It is a wonderful Thursday. The skies are blue and it's not as hot. Now of course it's before noon, so it'll probably get steamy. But today I want to talk about the benefits of a high fiber, low fat, plant-based diet. This is inspirational and uplifting, especially if you're sitting there this morning and you're sick. You know, the doctor's telling you you have heart disease or diabetes or autoimmune disease or anything else we can imagine. And they may not be giving you a lot of hope, but they're also not telling you about the amazing ability that your body has to heal itself when you get out of its way and stop doing all the bad things that made you sick and start doing all the good things that can make you well again. So the first benefit of a high fiber diet is detoxification. And you know, I used to talk about this more than I do now, but detoxification is very important. We live in a very toxic world, from PCBs to forever chemicals to heavy metals to radiation from Fukushima, from the plastics, from the pesticides. Unfortunately, I could go on and on. And this isn't to scare you. This is to remind you that you need to do things on a daily basis to support your body's detoxification processes. And one big thing you can do is eat a diet that is high in fiber. And a plant-based diet is automatically, a whole foods plant-based diet is automatically high in fiber. There's new studies now showing that this fiber from plants can even help you detox from the forever chemicals that they used to think were impossible to get out of the body. But let me tell you something. There's nothing that these men can create that the divine creation can't deal with. You just have to figure it out and learn. And it's always going to come down to nature, your food, your attitude, your herbs, sweating from exercise to get stuff out of you, drinking enough water, doing juice flushes. It can be done. Because I can tell you this, Mother Nature is always going to be smarter than men. Listen to this. For example, Chernobyl in Russia. You remember the Chernobyl nuclear accident? I don't know how, it was a long time ago. But the wolves living there, when that happened, they were starting to get cancer. And they were dying from the radiation poisoning. But guess what? The newest generation of wolves, now look this up. The newest generation of wolves there at Chernobyl have now adapted to living with the radiation and now it's not killing them anymore. You see, that's magic. It's incredible. This is real magic. Real magic is going by nature, listening to nature and following its rules. The second benefit of a high fiber diet is your gut health. Your gut, the bacteria in your gut has to eat every day just like you do, or it dies. There have been studies showing that diets low in fiber, within a few weeks there's 50% less gut bacteria in your gut. This is bad news because the gut is the command center of health. It's the command center. It controls all your health. Okay, 80% of your immune system is in your gut. You have to feed it so it can flourish. So that's the second benefit of a high fiber, low fat diet. Third benefit of a high fiber, low fat diet is your metabolism. Your metabolism will get better over time if you keep your fat low. And I'm talking about no more than 10% of fat a day. Keep your fat low, keep your fiber high. Your metabolism will start to run really well after a time. High fat diets actually slow your metabolism and they decrease your insulin sensitivity. A high fiber, low fat diet will increase your insulin sensitivity, which means the food that you eat, when it breaks down, the body's able to take in the sugars from the food, put them into your muscle cells, and use them as energy as opposed to breaking them down, getting them into the blood, and they can't get them anywhere because you have too much fat in your cells. And guess what else is going to do? Number 4, it's going to help you lose body fat. When I'm talking about weight loss, I'm talking about body fat. We want to focus on losing more body fat than muscle. You might lose a little bit of muscle, but the majority of what you want to lose is body fat. Okay? So this diet, you can eat in high volumes on this diet because there's lower calories in plant foods. Vegetables and fruits, low calorie density but high nutrient density. This is the key to staying lean and healthy for life. Eating foods that are low in caloric density but high in nutrient density. This is your plant foods, your vegetables, your fruits, your whole grains, your beans. Even potatoes are low on the caloric index. I think one potato, medium potato is about 100 calories. A bigger potato may be 150. A really big potato might be 200 calories. So they're low in calories, but they're high in nutrition. And what this does is it fills up, or it takes care of your body's needs of the micronutrients. Micronutrients are the most important to the body. We're talking about vitamins and minerals, antioxidants. We're talking about flavonoids, all the wonderful things that are found in plant foods. When you fill your body full of these, the body's more able to let go of weight, because you're malnourished on micronutrients. Your body has a hard time letting go of weight. But when you flourish and feed yourself a variety of plants every week, your calorie density will be lower, your nutrient density will be higher, you're going to start to glow. You're going to get leaner, your skin's going to look better, you're going to have more energy, your blood work is going to get better week by week. The fat on your body is going to come off. The fat inside your body, like your organs, are going to burn off too. What's not to like? Number 5, I think we're on number 5. If you're constipated, if you're not having at least 1 to 3 bowel movements a day, you're constipated. You eat a diet that's high in fiber, and you make sure you drink plenty of water. Fiber and water go hand in hand. They work together. Your constipation will be a thing of the past. You will start to have healthy, easy bowel movements, which is also very important to keep your body detoxified. The incurables routine that I was taught. The number one thing we have to make sure of is we are having bowel movements at least 1 to 3 times a day, because we're going to be doing a lot of detoxification. And when you're doing that, you want to make sure your bowels are going, because when the toxins come out, they got to get out of the body or they'll recirculate. So got to move the bowels. Fibers and water is the bowel elixirs, okay? Another benefit is heart disease. Heart disease is still the number 1 killer, but it doesn't have to be. A high fiber, low fat, whole foods, plant-based diet has been shown to prevent heart disease. It's been shown to stop heart disease from progressing. You see, most doctors still believe that once you develop heart disease, it is progressive disease. And this is true if you're still eating all the fatty junk food and stuff like that. But if you go to whole foods plant-based, the progression of heart disease stops. If you're very strict on your diet, it stops. And in some cases, even the plaques in the arteries are actually dissolved. Okay? A few more. It helps to prevent most of our lifestyle diseases. It decreases our odds of developing certain type of cancers, autoimmune disease, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, inflammatory diseases. It's just the way the human body was designed to eat. Okay, we're plant eaters. It's obvious. You can look at all the science you want to. It's out there. But also, when somebody goes to a plant diet, they get healthier, they get more vibrant, they start to glow. The energy levels go up, okay, because they're not starving themselves. You can eat high volumes of food on this diet and still lose weight and still have plenty of energy, okay? I know I'm forgetting some. There's a lot more things, but these are the big ones, okay? They're big, huge. I want you to be healthy, happy, energetic, so you have a good life, okay? Life is hard enough when you're healthy, okay? But when you're sick, geez, it's pretty much impossible. So you got to get your health up. If you like the video, please like it and share it. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out my page, danthenaturalman.com. And remember, until next time, keep it natural.